7th grade, this is 5.3 video lesson on applications of percents. In this video we'll talk about sales tax, we'll talk about tip and tax, and then we'll talk about interest. So number one, we'll talk about sales tax. Sales tax is a percentage of the cost. So let's take example number one. Let's say you buy a $50 shirt and there is an 8% sales tax. So to find the total cost that you'll pay to buy that shirt, including the tax, the total cost will be the tax plus the cost. Okay, so let's first find the tax. The tax is 8% of the cost, 8% of 50. So I need to write 8% in decimal form, so 0.08, 8% of, which means times, 8% of the cost plus the cost of the shirt, which is 50. This is going to give me the total cost. All right, so if I take 8% of 50, I will get $4. So I'm paying $4 in tax plus the cost of the shirt. So tax is 4, the shirt's 50, so my total cost is going to be $54. In example number two, we have tip and tax. Both of these are a percentage of the original cost. And so in this example number two, we have a $75 meal, and we're paying 7% in tax and 15% tip. So to calculate the total cost here, we add the tax plus the tip plus the cost. All right, so let's calculate the tax. The tax is 7%, so 0.07, 7% of the cost, which is $75 meal. This is tax plus tip, 15%, so 0.15 of the cost plus the cost of the meal. Okay, so tax 7% of 75 is going to be $5.25, $5.25. That's how much we'll pay in tax. Our tip will be 15% of 75, which is $11.25, plus the actual cost of the meal. Okay, so $5.25, $5.25 plus $11.25 plus 70. If we add all those together, we'll get the total cost of $91.50. That's how much we'll pay. And then thirdly, we'll talk about interest, how to calculate interest. Interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the time. The interest is a dollar amount. The principal is a dollar amount. It's the amount that you borrow or deposit. The rate is in a percentage, so when you put it into the formula, you need to put it in decimal form. And then time is the number of years. And so in this example, example number 3, we have a $300 deposit with 3% interest over 4 years. And we're asked to find the interest earned. Okay, so this is the formula. I is for interest. Interest equals P, which is principal, times rate times time. Interest equals principal times rate times time. So let's calculate the interest. We want to know what I is. Well, this deposit right here, this is our principal. This is the amount deposited, so that's 300. We're going to multiply that by the interest. The interest is in percentage, but remember to put it into the formula, you need to put it in decimal form. So 3% is 0.03, and I'm going to put these in parentheses to show multiplication. $300 deposit, that's the principal, 3% interest, that's rate, and then 4 years, that's our time. Okay, so interest is equal to principal times rate times time. 300 times 0.03 times 4, and we get 36. All right, so $36 is the amount of interest earned in that time span and at that interest rate. So be sure you have these 3 examples down. You'll turn these in tomorrow.